Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we will go over 5 amazing college football players we all forgot about. These players were stars in college but couldn't make much noise in the NFL. Let's get into the list. This is in no particular order, but coming in at number 1 is Trent Richardson. Richardson was a bruising running back who led the way for Alabama being running back U back in the 2010s. In 2009, he had 750 rushing yards and 8 touchdowns as the backup to Mark Ingram, and by 2011 he was the #1 guy on the championship team. He finished 3rd in the Heisman race, and he bumped his stats up to 1,600 yards rushing and 21 touchdowns. Plus, he got the only touchdown in a field goal fest of games against LSU. Those 2 games in that 2011 season, everything was field goals except for one Trent Richardson rushing touchdown. Unfortunately for Richardson, he was out of the NFL in just 4 years. Sticking with running backs, we got the dynamic LaMichael James. After being 2009 Pac-10 Offensive Rookie of the Year, James stepped it up even more the next year. He led the country with over 1,600 yards and 22 touchdowns. The Oregon Ducks went 12-0 to make it to the national championship that year, and in that game he scored 2 touchdowns in the loss. James got drafted by the 49ers, and he never really got a chance on a 49ers team that was really competing for Super Bowls. He was basically just a kick returner, and after being with the Dolphins for 2 years, he was out of the league. Coming in at number 3, Matt Leinart. I believe he's like a Fox analyst now, so maybe we haven't totally forgotten about him. But what he is remembered for is his college football career. After studying behind Carson Palmer, Leinart got the start in 2003. He led USC to an 11-1 record, but the Trojans were left out of the BCS National Championship game in kind of a controversial BCS decision. The next year, Leinart and USC came back with vengeance. They went undefeated and went on to the National Championship game to play Oklahoma. In that game, Leinart threw for over 300 yards and 5 touchdown passes. He won the MVP of the game, and USC won 55-19. Then the next year, Leinart won the Heisman, and USC went undefeated again and met up with Texas in the Natty to play our next player on the list. Number 2, Vince Young. Young won Big 12 Freshman of the Year, and in 2005, he took a big next step. He threw for 3,000 yards and 26 touchdowns. Obviously, he was the hero in the Natty against USC, scoring the winning touchdown that really might be considered one of the most iconic moments in college football. In the NFL, Vince Young had a pretty decent career, but he fell victim to the Madden cover curse, and he got injured in the 2008 season. While he had a decent career in the pros, he never reached those star moments he had with Texas. And then coming in at number 1, Johnny Manziel, being proclaimed a bigger deal in Cleveland than LeBron James.
One day, I am predicting Johnny Manziel will become even bigger in the city of Cleveland than his buddy and business partner LeBron James ever was in the city of Cleveland.
The Manziel mania was real. As a freshman, he got that huge win against #1 Alabama in Tuscaloosa, and he really put Texas A&M on the map. He won the Heisman that year as a freshman. That was the first time a freshman had ever won the Heisman Trophy. And then the next year, Manziel upped his passing yards, but teams were able to contain him a bit more on the ground. Manziel actually got in trouble for signing autographs as well this season, and Texas A&M took a step back. Nevertheless, Manziel got drafted by the Browns, and Johnny football was an immediate disappointment. You know, he was out of the league and soon in the CFL. There's a Netflix documentary on Manziel, which I think is really good, and I suggest you can check that out if you want to know more about Johnny Manziel. All right, thank you guys all for watching. If you were around during this the time for some of these players, did you think they were going to make it big in the NFL? Let me know down below. Make sure to like and subscribe. We are on the way to 1,000 subscribers, so if you are enjoying the videos, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.